For 8 years, the CIA ran a brothel, dosing Johns and studying the results. Imagine this. The CIA, a shadowy world of spies and secrets, hatches a plan so bizarre it sounds like a fever dream. LSD. Prostitutes. One-way mirrors. No, it's not a twisted plot from a bad spy movie. This, my friends, is the true story of Operation Midnight Climax. Fueled by Cold War paranoia and pulp fiction visions of mind control, the CIA in the late 40s and early 50s became obsessed with the myth of Soviet mind control drugs. This irrational fear, fueled by popular culture, led them down a dark path of their own secret experiments. From CIA Director Dulles at Princeton University, 1953.
In the past few years we have become accustomed to hearing much about the battle for men's minds, the war of ideologies. I wonder, however, whether we clearly perceive the magnitude of the problem, whether we realize how sinister the battle for men's minds has become in Soviet hands. We might call it, in its new form, brain warfare.
What was Operation Midnight Climax? The CIA's quest for mind control wasn't a singular, fleeting thought. It manifested in a vast program called MK-Ultra, a tangled web of research projects spanning decades. Operation Midnight Climax was just one particularly disturbing thread within this web. MK-Ultra explored various methods, from hypnosis and sensory deprivation to the use of powerful psychoactive drugs like LSD. The program's ultimate goal? To create a mind control cocktail that could turn someone into a programmed puppet, extracting confessions, manipulating behavior, or even turning people into unwitting assassins. Operation Midnight Climax embodied this chilling ambition. By secretly dosing unsuspecting people with LSD in brothel-like settings, the CIA hoped to observe the drug's effects on behavior and potentially unlock the secrets of manipulating the human mind. What were the methods of Operation Midnight Climax? The CIA set up safe houses disguised as brothels in San Francisco and New York City. The CIA recruited prostitutes and offered them money to lure men back to safe houses. The unsuspecting men on these dates were completely unaware that their drinks were laced with LSD. This powerful psychedelic drug can cause intense hallucinations, paranoia, and a complete disconnect from reality. LSD can break down a person's mental barriers, making them more susceptible to suggestion and less able to think critically. The CIA hoped this heightened vulnerability would loosen lips and lead to involuntary confessions, as well as make subjects easy to influence or control. CIA researchers observed the subjects' reactions under the influence of LSD, effectively turning these dates into a nightmarish science experiment. Many accounts suggest the CIA employed a disturbing tactic, questioning subjects directly after sexual encounters arranged in these safe houses. The rationale behind this was that the emotional and physical intimacy might further disarm subjects and make them more open to revealing secrets. LSD can induce intense feelings of paranoia and suspicion. The CIA may have exploited this by feeding false information or planting seeds of doubt, hoping to manipulate the subjects into revealing confidential details, even if they weren't true. The information gleaned under the influence of LSD would be highly unreliable. The subject's distorted perceptions and fragmented memories could lead to false confessions or fabricated stories. This raises serious doubts about the program's potential effectiveness and highlights the ethical nightmare of such tactics. These questioning techniques demonstrate a complete disregard for human dignity and the pursuit of power at any cost. The lack of informed consent was a fundamental violation of human rights. Subjects were stripped of their ability to choose and plunged into a potentially terrifying experience without their knowledge. In the shadow of the Cold War, the CIA's pursuit of mind control remained a secret for years. Operation Midnight Climax, along with the broader MK-Ultra program, operated under a cloak of secrecy. The full extent of the original program, subsequent or related programs, research obtained from this experimentation, and most other surrounding information remains unknown. Whether reforms from the Church Committee were adhered to also remains unknown. The complete lack of informed consent in Operation Midnight Climax is a blatant violation of human rights. Drugging unsuspecting individuals renders their consent meaningless, especially when the drug used can alter perception and judgment. This raises the fundamental question: how far can a government go in the name of national security when it involves trampling on the basic rights of its citizens? Who gets to decide who is a suitable subject, and what safeguards are in place to protect vulnerable groups from being manipulated or coerced into participating. Operation Midnight Climax serves as a stark reminder of the importance of ethical boundaries in research, and the need for constant vigilance to prevent the abuse of power by those in authority. I encourage you to learn more about Operation Midnight Climax, and the larger MKUltra program. Even though much of these programs are still classified or shrouded in mystery, ample information exists. Some of the subjects of LSD and mind control experimentation include organized crime mobster Whitey Bulger and the Unabomber. Remember, trust Daddy Government. They would never do anything to hurt you.